Hello, everybody. We're going to now do part two of the assignment or the second part of the assignment that we began doing. So, muy hola a todos. Vamos a hacer el segundo trabajo, que es lo muy similar a lo que hicimos previamente. It's very similar to what we did. So, you're going to notice that it's also about movies. También tiene acerca que ver de películas, but comparison to the other one, a comparación del otro, this one is not in a table form, no está en formato de una table, una gráfica. We are using the tab button. Si estamos utilizando el función de tab, el botón tab that you might have on your laptop, your computer, your Chrome, maybe even your tablet. So, el botón de tab que va a tener en su laptop, en su Chromebook, su computadora o hasta en su tableta, en el teclado, we're going to be using that. Okay, so usually it'll be once, usualmente va a ser una vez, dos veces y una vez. And I'll put those in the instructions. So sería tab. Déjeme ver la actividad here. Sorry, my nephew got a new cat, so he's making a lot of noise. Mi sobrino tiene un nuevo gatito, so anda haciendo mucho ruido ahorita. So let's see here. It doesn't say how many times we're going to hit tab. No dice cuántas veces vamos a oprimir el botón tab, but most likely it's going to be once, una vez, two times, dos veces, and two times. So uno, dos, y dos. And we'll try it again. And I'll put it in the instructions too. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go onto your Google Drive. So go onto your browser, open up your browser, abre el internet, and then you will go to drive.google.com. Okay, so drive.google.com. Take you to this here, and then you press in your password. Ingresa su contraseña. Okay. We go into our Office Specialist folder. Ingresamos a nuestro archivo de Office Specialist, and then Word Projects. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the steps. So voy a repasar los pasos antes de que usted oprima pause. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into drive.google.com. So ingresar a drive.google.com. Then you're going to type in your username, your password, nombre de usuario, contraseña. And then you will go on to this folder, Office Specialist, Word Projects, and then we will go New, Google Doc, and that'll bring you to the new page. Please press pause, por favor ponga pausa, and log into your Google account. Ingrese a su Google Drive, a su cuenta de Google, and let's go into this document. Once we are on, let's rename this here. So we're doing activity 10, actividad 10. I would prefer you for this one to use the activity. Prefiero que en este trabajo pongan activity 10, actividad 10, for the reason since you're doing another one, como está haciendo otro trabajo. Y si lo pone por fecha, it'll start getting, van a haber muchos documentos con las mismas fechas. Y, it gets a little bit messy. En veces con Google todos los documentos se adjuntan, se juntan, and it's very hard. So I prefer you to use activity 10 and then your name y su nombre. Okay. So if we look at the instructions, si vemos las instrucciones, which again you will receive it on Remind and also by email. I don't think I sent the other one. No creo que mandé el otro, because what I need to do, notice that this book has 111 pages. Tengo 111 páginas. So what I do esencialmente lo que hago cuando le mando las dos páginas por email, is I have to print it, tengo que imprimirlo, scan it, hacerlo scan para mandárselo por email. Well, my printer ran out of ink. Se me terminó la tinta de mi impresora. And I did order it through Amazon, lo ordené por Amazon, but it's taking a very long time. Está tardando mucho tiempo en llegar la tinta. That's why I'm sending it through Remind. I'm going to see, hopefully, I might have to go buy ink. Tal vez voy a tener que comprar la tinta más rápido here in Salinas to be able to do this. But for the meantime, I'll send it to you on Remind. Se lo envío por Remind. Okay. So we're working again with movie ratings. The new activity we're going to use is using the tab document, the tab feature. So when we use the tab button, we're talking about this button right here. Este es el botón del que estamos hablando. The tab button, what it does, now notice here the cursor, ve aquí el cursor. So if I press tab one time, si oprimo tab una vez, notice it goes in once. So if I type something, for example, and I press enter, y oprimo enter, notice the cursor, va a ver usted el cursor, que otra vez it's on the left, está al lado izquierdo. So I'm going to press tab again, voy a oprimir otra vez tab. Okay, and if I press enter, notice that it goes back to the left. So what tab does, it's for alignment, es para alinear los textos. So if I do once, una vez, if I do it twice, si oprimo el botón tab dos veces, notice it's going to be more inward, va a estar más hacia adentro. And if I press it 3 times, so this one here is tab one time. So aquí he oprimido tab. And let me show you, sin oprimir tab, donde inicia el texto. So by default, it will start here. I press tab one time, oprimo tab una vez. So va a ver que está un poquito más hacia adentro. Tab 2 times, si oprimo tab dos veces, you're going to notice it's even more. And of course, 3 is even more. Y con 3 veces que oprima tab, mucho más. So that's the feature we're going to be using in this activity. So es lo que vamos a hacer en esta actividad, using the tab button, el botón de tab. Okay, so on this one here, we want the font to be 12 point Times New Roman. So el número del texto 12 and Times New Roman. So let's go to our document. So the Times New Roman, and the size is 12. Go ahead and press pause and do this, please. Por favor, ponga pausa y cambie su texto a Times New Roman y el número 12, number 12. So once you did that, so we already did, we're not going to send the margins, no vamos a poner los márgenes en la página, because again, everybody's working on a different device, todos estamos trabajando en una laptop distinta, maybe a computer, una computer, maybe on a tablet o en tableta, so it's really going to set off how you space things, so va a afectar mucho el alineamiento de cosas, so we'll eliminate this one, so no hacemos el paso 3. Step 4 also we kind of touched it, en clase habíamos tocado cuando aparecen estas P's al revés, the inverted P's that I call. But again, we won't worry about that one, no vamos a preocupar por eso. So we'll go directly to step number 6, paso número 6. So in the first line, we're going to do center align. Okay, so we're going to do center align. We're also going to do bold the title, y el título en bold. So in our document, center align, and bold. Okay, so center align and bold. And the title of this activity is movie ratings. So once you press movie ratings, once you typed in movie ratings, ya que usted escribió movie ratings, let's look at the directions here. And then it says hit enter 2 times. Okay, so vamos a enter dos veces, 1, 2. Now, we want to make sure that we left a line, because remember, this was center line. Esto fue alineamiento al centro. Now we want the cursor to be back over here. Queremos que el cursor esté aquí, so we do left align, like so. Okay. And then it says separate each column using the tab key. So very similar like a table, como una gráfica. We have a column, so column 1, columna 1, column 2, columna 2, column 3, columna 3. And then we have the rows, las hileras. Notice this one here, we have 10 movies, 10 películas, so son 10 hileras here, plus the title, más los títulos. So that'll make it 11. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to press tab. I'm going to try it with once. Voy a intentarlo con una vez. I might have to adjust. Now, here, it's going to be a little bit different. Aquí va a estar un poquito diferente. So we're going to see how it's going to work. So we do, ya estoy, oprimí tab. So no sé si notó que brincó de aquí a aquí. So I'm going to do rank. And you could keep it in bold. Lo puede dejar así en bold, no hay problema. And then if I'm gonna oprimí tab dos veces. So oprimí tab 2 times, dos veces. And then we have here movie name. So I did tab 3 times. Hice tab 3 veces. So 1, 2, 3. And then here, so remember, gross money is how much money was made, cuánto dinero en bruto se hizo. So notice, I did the title. So remember, here it is, let me see if I could, and no, I can't draw it, okay. I was trying to annotate it, estaba tratando de anotarlo para que lo tengan, but let me just do it here. So here I pressed tab 1 time, oprimí tab una vez, me llegó aquí. Después de rank, oprimí tab 2 veces para estar aquí. Cuando terminé movie name, oprimí tab 3 veces para llegar aquí. Don't put these numbers in your document. No ponga estos números en su documento. It's just for reference. Es solo para su referencia. Tab una vez, cuando termina rank. Tab 2 veces, cuando termina movie name. Tab 3 veces. Okay? Now, notice, va usted a notar that when I pressed enter, it went over here. Se fue aquí. Why? Because I need to press the tab 1 time. Tengo que oprimir el tab una vez. So then the first movie, that is the top ranking movie worldwide, que fue la película. Oh, no escribí todo el título. Movie ratings. Sorry, I can't concentrate with that cat. No me deja concentrar ese gato. That's why I'm going a little bit off. So, movie ratings by gross worldwide. There we go. That's the actual title. Es el título completo. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So, en lugar número 1. And then remember, después que puse el 1, I'm going to press tab 2 times. Voy a oprimir tab dos veces. 1, 2. And then here, I'm going to put the movie. Toy Story 3. And you could keep it in bold. En esta actividad, si lo quiere tener en bold, that's fine. If not, you could just unclick the bold. Puede quitar el bold. And then it'll be the same. Okay, so after the title, después del título, oprimo tab 3 veces. 1, 2, 3. And how much money did that movie make? So we always have to put the dollar sign. Siempre tenemos que poner el signo del dólar. And it was 3. Okay. So then I go to the second movie. So si nos fijamos, la primer movie fue Toy Story 3. Number 2, and número 2, it's going to be Alice in Wonderland, the 2010 edition. Okay, so remember, I pressed enter, oprimí enter y me llegó acá. So I pressed tab una vez. Estamos en el espacio número, el rank número 2. Oprimo tab 2 veces. And then now, notice this one. Por eso es que les dije que a ver cómo iba a funcionar aquí. Because notice this one here, it is way too close. Si oprimo tab las 3 veces, me va a poner la cifra hasta acá. So, this is where it's going to get a little bit complicated. Because even if I press, on this one, I only press tab 1 time. Simplemente oprimí tab una vez y ya me lo está alineando. So, if we look here, for example, aquí va a estar casi la cifra muy encima de el título. So we're going to have to play a little bit around with it. We might even do it 4 times. Tal vez lo cambiemos de 3 veces to 4. A moverlo 4 veces. And then that way you have more, what I call more room. Tiene más espacio. So if you saw what I did, si usted vio lo que hice, I just went back y oprimí tab una vez antes del gross income, and then moví estas cifras también. So you might want to set it up at 4. On my other computer, mi computer principal, with 3 it was fine. Con 3 me daba el espacio suficiente, so not on this one here. Okay, so then the second movie, we have this almost similar amount. Okay. Notice I left an extra space, dejé un espacio. There we go. Okay. Now, notice at this point, en este punto, now it went right here. Automáticamente me llevó aquí. No tuve que oprimir tab because the computer is starting to pick up the pattern. La computadora está notando el patrón de que estoy oprimiendo tab. Al primero, o sea, en el rank. Aquí sí todavía lo hago 2 times. And then the third movie, si miramos la tercera película, Inception. Okay, so then here, I'm going to count how many times I press tab. Voy a contar cuántas veces oprimí tab. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aquí oprimí 4. So then I put in the amount. So 123 millions, 368,000. Okay. Now, you're going to notice the amount is a little bit different because the amount is different. La cantidad de dinero es menos. So you're going to notice that this amount is going to look just a little bit different. So you see here, they even have an extra tab. Aquí se le agregó una extra tab right here. You could do that if you'd like. So then in that case serían, nope. Let's just keep it at 4. Vamos a mantenerlo en 4 because it's going to start getting a little bit funny. Okay, so 1, 2, and then movie number 4, we have Shrek Forever After. Okay, so I'm going to count. Voy a contar cuántas veces oprimí tab. 1, 2, 3. En este caso fueron 3. So then the amount, 733,433,086. Okay. So this is how you're going to complete this graph here. I'm going to stop at number 5 because number 5, you notice it is the biggest one. El número 5 es la cifra más, el título más grande. So I'll do number 5. It's Harry Potter and the Deathly Swallows. Oh, Hollows. Check the spelling, Hollows. And then it says part 1. So notice this one here is where it's going to get, it's going to run in. So, I mean, I mean, we could just, one thing we could do is we can make this one smaller. And even if I change it at like that, it's going to look too small. Se va a ver muy pequeño. Or I could just leave it like that. Again, there's so many of them, son muchas películas, that it's not gonna really identify which one it was. No va a identificar cuál fue, but that's some things that is gonna be a little bit hard to manage, que sería un poquito difícil de manejar. Now, another option is that we could continue moving this column this way. Podemos seguir moviendo esta columna más hacia la derecha. But remember, esto es nuestro límite. So, nuestro límite llega aquí. So, it might not be the best thing to do. Again, you kind of this one figure it out. En este, el número 5, usted juegue con él. If it's going to be just a title like this, that's fine. Si es el título así solamente, está bien. And then you put in the amount. So 716 million. 701. Okay, so the one that's going to give us the most problem is going to be this one. One quick fix, una solución rápida, would be just, you know, keeping it Harry Potter like this. That's fine, no hay problema. Okay, again, once you finish, cuando finalice, make sure you just press share, and then you type in my email address. Francisco Pinedo ESL@gmail, and you might get it. Tal vez lo va a recibir aquí, va a aparecerle, and then you just press like this, you press send. Okay, thank you very much, and we will try to schedule a Zoom meeting for next week. Vamos a tratar de hacer una meeting via Zoom para la semana próxima. Okay, I will send you a message. Stay safe and stay well.